This week, Ukip's Nigel Farage does get around. He started by telling his spring conference in Torquay their moment had come, and he ended agreeing to a televised debate with Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg over the EU. Otherwise, politics was dominated by the crisis in Ukraine, with the government saying that Russia would face serious consequences over its actions, but they didn't tell us what they might be. And finally, what words leap to your mind when you hear the names Clegg, Cameron and Miliband?
Mr Farage delivered a very upbeat speech to the party's conference in Torquay and predicted they would win May's European elections. He said he didn't want his party to be control freaks like New Labour, but then took a leaf out of the New Labour handbook by demanding that all candidates sign a pledge that they don't have any skeletons in their cupboards. He wants them to promise they've never been members of the far-right British National Party or English Defence League and have nothing else in their past that would bring the party into disrepute. Peter Mandelson would be proud.
The Prime Minister reacted to the crisis in the Ukraine by warning Russia it would face serious costs unless it de-escalated. Although he was a bit reluctant to say what those might mean, which put him at odds with US Secretary of State John Kerry, who was much more precise.
Matters were made worse for the Prime Minister when an official carrying a briefing note into Number 10 forgot to cover it up, and it was photographed for all to read. It said that the UK should not support trade sanctions or close London's financial centre to the Russians. Not quite as robust as he had suggested, and well short of what the US wanted. Foreign Secretary William Hague then had to go to the Commons and tell MPs the document did not necessarily reflect the UK government's position, which was still being mapped out.
When Tory pollster Lord Ashcroft asked voters what words leapt to mind when he mentioned the names of our leaders, women were pretty blunt.
According to Lord Ashcroft's highly unscientific poll, Cameron was pompous, incompetent and an Eton boy. Miliband was geeky and slimy, while Clegg was spineless and wet. Oh well, it could be worse, probably.
And that's it for this week. To keep up to date with all the political news from Westminster, go to our website ibtimes.co.uk.